second down, Kaiser. The rookie first-rounder David Njoku with it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Now they'll bootleg it with Kaiser. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And that hits the crossbar and comes back, and it's no good. And by just a whisker, this remains a scoreless game. Oh, that really would have been something to see, but he's denied by the framework.
Do you remember seeing David Akers in Green Bay a few years ago on opening day? He had a 63-yarder to end the half, hit the crossbar, and go over. So sometimes it works for you, and sometimes it works against you.
And this time, it's against. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Nine yards to go. It's 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, you know, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down. From the gun, Kaiser. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, 77 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just a go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So that one will be accepted. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. It's the Chiefs that have jumped out to the early lead against the Raiders. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Clay Matthews coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. On 2nd down, Johnson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. For Kaiser. He finds Coleman. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go! Spread 38!
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Flushed out right. Coleman has it here right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Come on, let's go!
Kaiser now on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Lets it go for Nelson. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the best rivalries going. We'll have the Ravens and Steelers for you at 8:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday night, another divisional matchup. This time it's the Pats heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Nice twofer there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a 1st down.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Dumping it off for Johnson. And down he goes just beyond the 35. But that pretty move got him some extra space to run. Give him 6 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Off the play fake, Kaiser. And he's got his tight end in Njoku. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland 1st. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. rifles one incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here we go.
On third down, Kaiser. And that is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Back near the goal line, here's Rodgers. And he completes it to Jordy Nelson. And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. To throw, it's Rodgers. Lets it go for Nelson. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And the Browns getting set to go. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
A second down throw now for Kaiser. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's pulled in at the 32. Oh, good agility by Cobb. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. play fake here on first down. Lets it go for Nelson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Second down now after the incompletion. Here's Rodgers throwing again. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
The Packers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Not only was that a 3-and-out, it was a 3rd straight incompletion on this drive, and they didn't even think about trying to run the football. Now they have to give it up.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Kaiser. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Browns on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Kaiser to throw it. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 12-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Bell. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And the offense in that middle ground here on third down. 5 yards to go. On play action, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On now is the Packers punter. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. Larry, go back to the green room, my friend. These guys are ready to go again. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Packers on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Howard Wilson, the rookie from Houston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go.
Following the interception, Kaiser. He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Come on, let's go.
To throw, Kaiser. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A 1st down throw for Kaiser. That's Njoku over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. To throw is Kaiser. Powerful running. Eluding the pressure right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. A good pickup there, a 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
1st down, Kaiser. And he will find his man on the outside. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. In the red zone this time. From the red zone now, Kaiser being chased out left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd down, Kaiser. throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's third down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on third down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag. Coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
On fourth down, off goes Kaiser. On comes the Browns kicker, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. But wait up now. A flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now Kaiser. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Duke Johnson with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Well, this first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 47-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The offense on third down tonight, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. This is Bell. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And nothing but daylight ahead. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those deep looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct, and what the team and the organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The Packers on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. Now Rodgers got to have this one. He sets to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Now a first down carry by Bell. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. A give to Bell. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Caught here by Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And Nelson's got it here right side. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The Packers on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are back within a score. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And he pushed it right. It's no good. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Packers on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 10. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Here's Kaiser. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Lets it go for Nelson. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
A screen to Bell. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. And the Lions able to stretch their lead as they score again. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Christian Kirksey in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. Jordy Nelson all by himself. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here we go with 2nd and 7. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They go to Johnson again. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Cleveland, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6 and 7 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6 and 7 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.